I have one superpower, one secret that made me rich, made me successful, made me wealthy, and truly changed my life. And it's probably not what you guys are expecting, and it's a little different for this channel, but it is the truth. And I believe it's one of the most powerful things that any young man, any woman can do, and it will truly change your life. Guys, I quit drinking like 2 years ago. And it changed my whole investment, my whole journey. It changed my life. And there was a lot of things that was hard about it, but it truly changed everything for me. 4 to 5 years ago, guys, I was focused more on the party scene, right? I was focused more on trying to look like I was doing the things versus actually being the guy that is the thing that I want to be. I do so much less flashy stuff now, but I'm actually living the life that I would have loved to have portrayed I was living back then, which is quite interesting to think about coming full circle. But stopping drinking was the most powerful tool I had. I was like $5,000 in credit card debt. I've told this story before. I had like a meeting with my mom and dad, who are divorced, by the way, and they absolutely destroyed me at that dinner table and were like, "What are you doing?" And then at that exact moment, I was like, okay, need a different job. I was working at the gym, making no money, got a car dealership job during the day, stacked it with a bar job at night. And long story short, like that was the very beginning of the success, was working the 2 jobs. And I hadn't yet quit drinking, but that came like a couple months later, right? The first few months to year at the bar, I was stacking both jobs, was making really good money, got myself out of debt, but I'm not sure where a lot of that money went at first. Because I was still drinking, was still focused on having a good time, going out with people, spending money. I was making good money, and this is something that's worth noting, is that you can definitely outspend a good income. It is definitely easy to do. You can be making 10K a month, you can be making 20K a month and spend every last freaking dollar, just like you can make 4 to 5K a month and you can be investing thousands each month. It is definitely doable. But one of the biggest things that made that change was I quit drinking. And I became focused on my future. I started paying attention. I was tracking how much money I was making at the bar. I had like a spreadsheet. I gave myself extra bills every week, which was like a mandatory investment I had to make into Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., into the regular markets as well. And I made it freaking happen. I was working nonstop and I took it so serious. I quit drinking. I had to pour that money and attention into something else, and I learned the investing game. I was working 2 jobs, guys. I was so tired, so many days, working to Thursday night till 3 or 4 a.m., going back into the dealership at like 8 to 9 a.m., depending on the day, whatever it was, and then doing that again, both jobs Friday, and it was just absolutely destroying me. Like, honestly, it really was. I did that for like 2.5, almost 3 years, and it cooked me. Thankfully, the bar job was only like the tail end of the week. So Sunday, a little recovery day, chores, manage investments, and then back to the grind Monday, normal job. By the time Thursday rolls around, we're doing both jobs again. But not drinking was a key component to this. Not drinking. And I think to an extent, working at the bar helped me with that, because it's what I always called walking in the fire. Because I was surrounded by the temptation, which it doesn't even feel like temptation. To me, it was never like an addictive problem, even though I would say I probably have a highly addictive personality. But I was surrounded by all the bad so much that any temptation on a normal day, I'm not gonna be tempted to go spend money and go drink or do something stupid during the week when I'm around it all weekend for free and I don't have a freaking drop, right? I don't even have a freaking drop. I don't want any. Ooh, 93. All right, gas is over $4 a gallon, so that's fantastic. But again, paid for by DeFi pools, and we don't spend money on any alcohol, so what are we gonna spend it on? Gas, baby. But I didn't find it that hard to quit drinking. It's just like, that's all anyone around me wanted to do. So to be real with you guys, became a pretty big, not social outcast, I would say, because my job still put me like in the deep end, right? And it's part of the reason why I keep it. It keeps the social life alive and everything like that. But once you quit drinking, you realize that a lot of your friendships, they're built around drinking. Like, I quit talking to a lot of people just naturally. It wasn't like a bad thing, but really became addicted to the grind, to success, to winning, to self-development, to improving every single day. And I'm still improving to this day, and there's still things I want to get better on, and I'm actively continuing and grinding and trying to do it. And eventually, I was working for Jake, teaching inside his group because I showed him what I knew, and he was like, holy crap, we got to run with this. We got to teach more people this. And that's kind of how the inception of the 10K Fast Track came to be. And then, working with Jake, and I was teaching his clients, and then he motivated me to start my own channel. And that's where surrounding myself with people that are where I want to be, different minded people, he's motivated me to do the YouTube channel, which is what you guys are watching now, which is something that, I had thought about multiple times, but never really, had the belief I could do it or the conviction to do it. And he's someone that's living proof that you could have and run a successful YouTube channel. And it was just the kick in the butt that I needed and the social proof I had to see, whereas around me, everyone's just drinking. Their cards are declining. They're just spending all their money, and there's no bigger goals and mission. And so something I advise every single one of you to do is to get around people that are where you want to be, because their life is usually, because if you're surrounding yourself with like-minded people, you're going to become the average of the 5 people you're hanging around. And it's so crazy. When I was in Thailand, guys, the best trip of my life, but it's not just Thailand. It's the fact I was with the boys, right? We're all on the same mission. Me and Jake, really on the same mission, but a lot of the other friends and stuff I made out there and people I met, they're running YouTube channels or Instagram, or they're making money online, or they're traders, whatever it may be, but they're focused on just winning and growing, and they're hitting the gym every day. And no one I met drinks. And I'm like, I've never felt more seen or known that I was on the right path. And I'm not saying in moderation, you can't, but for me, I just know I've always been like, I've never thought, man, I really wish I would have drank last night. I've always been able to have fun without it. I don't really feel good when I drink it. I never am happy that I am. And at this point, it's been like 2 years, and I just don't see the point in breaking that streak. And I think I would feel bad about myself if I did. I just don't think that is the proper thing. Now, I'm not going to say like I'll never drink again, because there might be one day where I have a drink or two one day. But as of this point in time, for the foreseeable future, I don't plan on having another drink. And I think that's contributed a lot to my success, because that's not an avenue for distraction where I make poor decisions, and I'm not getting DUIs, I'm not fighting people, and I'm not doing stupid shit and all the crazy shit I've seen working nightlife for the last 4 years now. It's just quite crazy. So I think it's something that everyone should consider, where you cut down on the vices, which it may not be drinking, maybe it's something else for you. I have an addictive personality, and I recognize that. That's why I'll never try all these different drugs. That's why I'm addicted to caffeine. That's why in Thailand, I tried nicotine again, and now I got a Zen pouch in. I'm just being real with you guys. But it's also helped me get addicted to the game of winning. I got addicted to crypto and just dove in the deep end, guys. Dove in the absolute deep end. And same with DeFi. It's the same thing. It's why I won't quit YouTube, because, at the beginning, YouTube was a struggle, bro. And it was really demotivating. And I was getting 7 views on a video. And it's just hard to have any feedback and know you're doing the right things. I didn't have my own clients yet. So I wasn't getting any traffic for my business side. And so it's a little demotivating, but I got addicted to the game. And so when Jake and them are joking, taking bets on when I'm going to quit, it's like, guys, I'm not going to quit. I'm addicted. I'm just going to keep going. So I know I know myself, and I know how to use it to my advantage. And it's something every single one of you should learn. $67 for gas. Woo! That'll last me a day. 6-7. Oh, man. Yeah. But back to what I was saying. I think you should be aware, very self-aware of what your weaknesses are. Be very self-aware of what your weaknesses are, because I know I have an addictive personality, and I've used it to be a superpower for success. And some of you might have the same problems. Learn to weaponize that ADHD, weaponize that addictiveness, and get addicted to crypto, get addicted to the process, get addicted to the numbers on the screen that you have going up every single day. Get addicted to getting more Bitcoin. Get addicted to anything positive for your life, self-improvement, the gym, whatever that may be. You just weaponize your freaking autism, your freaking ADHD, your freaking addictions, whatever problems you think you have. If you're sad, if you think you're depressed, well, freaking do something and change it, boys. And like I said, this video is a little different than the normal content, but it's just something that I had written down that I wanted to talk about, because I think it's something that, especially for, a lot of the older people that watch that have their life going, they have the investments going. You could benefit a lot from the DeFi content on the channel. You know, you already kind of know your life and your stance on drinking at this point. I'm not trying to change your mind at 30 to 40 years old. But if you're a younger guy, like, don't feel like you're missing out. I've been working that industry for like 4 years, and it's a lot of freaking crap, let me tell you guys. It's a lot of people whose cards declining and they trying to flex what they don't even have, and it's a mysterious thing because it's hard for me to see any benefit. It's fake dopamine, it's social lubricant, and it's like you really want to learn to be successful, be yourself. If you want to talk to people, go out and network, there's better ways than going to the club because it's so loud. You're not going to have a meaningful conversation. You're not going to meet very many quality individuals there in the same way that you will going online, joining communities. Not even trying to plug my own, but that's how I met Jake, was joining his back in the day. And I gave him so much freaking value, it became a business partnership. And then now I'm a co-founder of the group, right? Like it's my business. And you put yourself in those situations. The people I met in Thailand where we're able to have these business conversations. I got back from Thailand and I was so sad to be home. And I was striking up a couple conversations with people at the gym. And I found some guys that are running like online business and doing YouTube or Instagram type stuff here. And it's cool to be able to talk with people and socialize. And you find people on that mission. Newsflash, they don't drink. It's a trend that I'm finding of people that are successful that they're not drinking. And I'm not saying there's people that there aren't successful people that drink, because there definitely is. But that's also something that you probably add back in later as a little spice to life. And I just don't see that as being valuable for anyone in their early 20s when that is the best time to double down on work and investing, because the earlier you get started, the compounding goes insane. Like if you learn DeFi at 19 years old, because we have some younger guys in the group, you're learning that shit at 19 and say you're just making 5% a month, you compound that 5% a month for the next 20 fucking years, dude, at 40 years old, you're sitting in an insane spot. You compound 5% a month, again, say low end, we're making 5% a month, you do that shit for 10 years, these kids that are watching crypto and learning this shit now, doing what I'm doing, what I'm trying to teach, you're learning this shit at 19, at 29, you're retired, you're never working again. If you're a little older and you're 35, well, put 5 to 10 years in, you're gonna retire at 40 to 45 instead of at 65. Like, this is the whole game, guys. This is why we're here. It's why we're investing to begin with. And I have no clue who this video is going to resonate with. Hopefully it makes sense, and hopefully you can respect me and my decision, because it led to a lot of my success. And I think it's one of the biggest things that moved the needle. And, you know, it does cost a lot. It cost me a lot of friendships. And, you know, I'm someone that, I mean, to be honest, I've never been someone that just like wants to drink like that anyway, so maybe it's a little easier for me. I would much rather go-karting or go do something fun, anything, go to the gun range, anything like that. I like to go do things, to have experience, to use my cash flow to live, versus alcohol, which I would just say is more of a retreat. It's fake dopamine, it's fake living. And a lot of times that's just to numb the fact that maybe you're not happy about something in your life right now, or because you don't know any better ways to put that energy or time into. And you should invest that time and energy into yourself or into experience with you or those that you love. It's like, I'd rather save my money on drinking and take my whole family on a trip. I'd rather not drink and go go-karting or paintball. I'd rather go do something exciting that's a memory that I enjoy and have fun. Because to me, the latter is just fake dopamine. Drinking just fake dopamine. It's fake living. It's not real. It's a fugazi. It's a fugazi. People joke about crypto. It's not real. I can't see it. I can't hold it. It's not real. Drinking ain't real, bro. That's fake dopamine. You're poisoning your brain. You start hallucinating type shit. Not exactly, but it's what I truly believe. I think it's very, very bad for you, and I hope that each and every one of you, whoever this video is meant for, that there's some value there for you, and you can just know that I'm a young guy that's supposed to be drinking and supposed to be doing X, Y, Z, and you don't have to do that. If you can think for yourself and be self-aware and know what you really want, bigger picture, you can do that. And then when you're 30, if you're a young guy right now, then if you're in your 20s, by the time you're 30, 35, you could be freaking retired and you're just living off cash flow and you're traveling with your family overseas. And then if you want to drink on the beach, freaking drink on the beach. But I promise you, if you're anything like me, there still has to be something more, something bigger, because it's not, retiring seemed like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna make a bag and then retire and be done, and then it's only fun for so long. You know, we were in paradise out there in Thailand, especially Koh Samui on the island, and what did we do? We worked, because we're addicted to the game, because it brings us happiness, and my job is literally helping people create financial freedom for themselves, to get the best out of their crypto portfolio. And for some people's portfolios, it's a lot easier than others, but that's my game. That's how I help people, and that makes me feel good. That's purpose in my life. My purpose is not to go drown myself in alcohol out in Thailand. Like, we didn't drink one time. The work is the goal. The results is the goal. Seeing myself move the needle in my portfolio in my life, and moving that needle for other people as well, is what brings me the satisfaction. Fuck drinking. Driving cars. I love driving cars. I love cars. I love airplanes. I love anything fast. I love go-karting. You know, number one, beat Jake in them. You know, no contest really. And he's been sending me videos. He's been practicing, taking some friends out there in Thailand, and he still didn't beat my lap time. So, and I only go-kart like once a year. So come on, man. Come on, bro. Just go play some Mario Kart if you ain't up for the real thing. But just hopefully this makes sense, and this might be a fucking wash video. You know, I'm not sure who's going to enjoy this content. But just do what's best for you. You know what you want out of life. Design your portfolio to get there, and design the life that you actually want. Design the life that you want. If you don't want to drink, don't follow the crowd. Do what I did. You don't have to do what I did either. Find what's best for you. But what's best for me was trading all that extra time I had for money, and then using that money to create more money to give me time back, and now I'm driving to the freaking lake. And that's the game. That's how you win the game and get the life that you want. It's like a video game, which I got addicted to too. It's something else that I had to quit, and it was really hard. I had a group of friends that I've had since high school, and like we just game together all the time, and I had to give that up too. Because gaming's a super slippery slope for me. It's like, it's so ADHD fucking perfect that it just traps me, and I'll think about nothing else. You have to just burn that shit, and then make life and your purpose and your portfolio and everything that you want so interesting that that becomes the video game. Why are you playing GTA when you could be driving an actual Corvette? Right? You just go fly to Thailand. You can go to the beach, you can experience, you can do different things, you can take care of your family, you can take people on trips, you can do nice things. Sometimes it's the simple things, like when I still have my cash from bartending, so if I see a homeless guy on the road, I just throw a couple bucks, and I don't throw it, but I mean a couple bucks out the window. And then they start complimenting the car, and it's like, yeah, please don't rob me. No, I'm joking. But that feels good. It's like $2 to $3. Like, it's not going to change their life, and it's not going to change mine either. But it helps, and it's something that I can do and I can give, and it's like it gives you more purpose in your life versus like, oh, I spent all my money drinking and now I don't have cash to give to the homeless guy. There's just so many things, but I don't even know where this video is going, guys. But really, just you have one life, okay? And things like drinking will suck up so much of that life into a memory you don't even remember, and you'll regret. If you're a young guy, don't feel like you have to go down that slope. If you're an older guy that's been doing it for years and years, don't feel like just because you've been doing it till you're 35 or 40 means that you can't stop. There's no benefit. And I go to a wedding, I'm the only one that's not drinking, but it's like, I don't need to. People will pressure you and they ask why. They're like, oh, did something happen? Did you get a DUI? And it's like, no, I just don't drink. And they're like, oh, that's really good. I should try that, you know? And it's like, well, maybe I can be a beacon of positivity and hope for someone that actually does want to quit drinking, that does have a problem, you know? And it goes with everything, whether that is the drinking or if it's porn or if it's video games. Like, guys, like, video games, another thing where it's like, if you go look at your most popular game, how many hours you've sunk into that, trust me, it'll make you sick. I'm sure there's games on there that has like 10,000 hours. Imagine that 10,000 hours at just a minimum wage job for like $7 an hour. Guys, it's $70,000 you have to buy Bitcoin. If you weren't playing that fucking video game, you would have at least one more Bitcoin. Plus the years and that time you could have spent learning DeFi, this and that, like compounding, making money off of that money, you'd just be going crazy. Imagine you had that extra $70K and it was in liquidity pools and you were making 10% a month. It's $7,000 a month you make off that, but you were playing fucking Rust. You were playing Call of Duty, right? So just do what's best for you guys, man. I want each and every one of you to win. This video is not exactly just crypto related, but hopefully it resonates. I want to be a beacon to everyone that if you're just a normal person, you can win. This is the edge that we have. Don't do what everyone else does. Don't do all the bullshit. Don't get sucked into all the traps that life has to offer. And focus. Focus for a few years, make it happen. Get some Bitcoin, get your bread up, work a second job if you need to pull yourself out of any holes you might be in. Fix that hole, Dave Ramsey style. Start investing. Don't go so Dave Ramsey that you're scared of Bitcoin. Learn to monetize that Bitcoin. Take some elements of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, sprinkle that shit in there, and you have this fucking crypto cuisine of just DeFi income coming in, and then you can get the life that you want, and then your life becomes the video game. And you get to live and do what you want. It's a Monday. I had a couple calls today. I went to the gym. I had some just boring ass chicken, whatever. I'm driving down to the lake. I'm gonna have a couple days at the lake, take some calls tomorrow, maybe film some videos out more on the lake, fly my drone a little bit, jump rope, go look at some houses and stuff down here. So it's gonna be a cool week, right? But like, it's something that's the freedom that doing the work up front gives you. And I want that for each and every single one of you. If you need help getting started, if you own crypto, if you have a good chunk of crypto and you want to monetize it in a way that will meaningfully change your life, whether that's 5% a month, 10% a month, if that's going to add $500, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month to your income, it's something you definitely need to do, and you can learn it faster than you think. You just have to take initiative. If you want to fast track that success, that learning curve, if you can't afford to make any mistakes and you want to get started making cash flow day one, click the link down below to my 10K Fast Track, book a free call with me, and if you're a good fit, we'll get you on the inside, and I will help you create the cash flow that will give you the life that you are looking for. Guys, click that link down below, and if not, I'll see you in the next video.